G'day. So, didn't get around to making the dough yesterday after the hash because came in too late and had to do a lot of other cooking, at least Leslie did. So, it's Sunday. My sourdough starter has been in the warming oven overnight, and I fed it this morning. Just watched the first half of the football. England won, Belgium won, and so now half time I'm coming in to make the dough for the seeded sourdough bread. So I've got here, as you can see, can you see it? Where is it? There, yes. Just want to see that. That there. That's 400 grams of plain flour. It is enriched, which is a bit annoying, and 100 grams of whole wheat flour. And this is my KitchenAid. I'm doing it the lazy way. And this here is, it's actually 400 mils of whey, which I make when I make my yogurt. I'm going to use about 325 mils. Whey gives it a slightly saltier and sour taste, so you don't need too much salt. Over here, I've got my seeds. As you can see, I've got poppy seeds, sesame seeds, pine nuts, or whatever they are, seeds, these ones. And I've got pumpkin ones underneath. I've got about 130 grams. Okay, so let me just get started. Just pause this for a second. Okay, the first step is just to mix it up a little bit. Slow it set in so that all the two types of flour mixed together. And now I'm going to bung in a load of whey. I'm not going to put it all in, so here goes. About 200. Okay, I'm going to turn this off because it's going to get noisy. Okay, here you can see it going. I've put about almost 300 mils of whey in there, and let it rip for a little while. You can see it's a bit soggy. That's alright. Flour is going to get absorbed, so that'll make up for that. I'm going to leave it for about half an hour until I watch the rest of the football. Sorry, I'm going to turn it off, then leave it for half an hour until I watch the rest of the football. Okay, soccer time. Okay, I'm back. England's winning 2-1 with 2 minutes to go. So I thought I'd come back and have a go at this. So this has been autolyzing, absorbing the liquid for 35 minutes. And turn it on, you can see it's a pretty good consistency now. What I'm going to do is to show you it's important to autolyze it. It makes the proteins bind together so that you can actually get some good gluten structure. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the window effect works or doesn't. Okay, so let's have a look at the window effect. We don't actually get it here. You see it kind of tears too early. You separate this, you should be able to see your finger moving behind it, which you can't. So obviously it needs to be stood up a bit more. Okay, looking at it one more time. Wet my hands And you can see it's a lot more smooth now, at least you can if you look down there. So let's just see. I pick it up like this, feels better. Kind of hard to see from that angle. You don't get much light, do you? But now you can see. Look at that. It's not tearing. Can you see my finger behind it? Kind of. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I'm actually going to mix it a bit more, but I'm going to add stuff to it. So now I'm going to add the nuts and the yeast and the salt, all in one hit. Okay, so I have the window test passed. I'm now just going to turn it on and add all these nuts in. As you can see, there's salt in here. That's about a teaspoon of salt, just slightly under, because whey has salt in it. Okay, here goes. I don't put it on too high, of course, because everything is going to fire off in all different directions. And now I've got some yeast, baker's yeast. I'm just going to put, obviously baker's yeast, that's what we're doing. Now I'm going to do 1 teaspoon. Yep, 1 teaspoon of this. You don't necessarily have to, but this is quite a difficult one to raise because it's got lots of seeds in and stuff, and also it's got 20% whole wheat. And at the moment, it just needs a little bit of a kick. I make sure the salt went in first there. You probably didn't see that. You don't want to get the salt and this yeast anyway muching together. So just I'm going to put that down there. And now, you can actually put the yeast in, you can put the nuts in, seeds in, during the auto-lyse. I've also done it by hand. Doing it by hand is much better to put the seeds in first. So, now here we have our starter. If you look in there, can you see that? It's pretty bubbly. And there's a mark there, and okay, it's not twice, but you know, that's probably why I'm doing the yeast. Okay. I'm just going to bung all this in. I'm going to weigh it out first. That's what I've got my weigher for. Get a spoon to dig everything out. I've got 325 mils of liquid, my whey in here. Maybe I should have put a bit less, but this isn't, my starter isn't particularly liquid, so that will help. I'm going to turn it off and bung it up and just put it all in. Oh, I've got to weigh it first, no, I forgot that. $373. I'm not using the weigher, the tare, because this is going to take me a while to put in. Okay, so I just put all that in. Okay, and weigh it again, see how much I actually put in. 263, so that was 110. Put it on nice and slow. Now, you can see here, it's right mucky. Let me change the camera around. There we are, right mucky and sticky and stuff. That's fine. This will all absorb, God hopes. It's amazing how much liquid the flour can take. You see it's already starting to become less gooey stuff in the bowl. Okay, I'm going to put this on number 4, hold this top down because my 250 watt KitchenAid makes it leak about. Got to stop the KitchenAid from falling off the sideboard. Okay, back in the jiffy. Okay, so now I'm going to I've taken the dough off the hook, sling your hook, and put a bit of flour down. We've got to do a little bit of kneading. Don't do too much flour because it's friction you need more than anything else here. Bit of flour on the spatula so that you can dig it out. And this is pretty firm. Takes a while to get it out. I know this is the wrong way around, but I haven't got enough room on that side, you can't see it. I need a bigger counter. Okay. Patience, it's coming. Okay. So, can you see that? Let's turn that around a bit so you can see it a bit better. There we go. Now, this is the way you do it. A little bit of flour in your hands. And if you need to, you can use one of these guys just to stop it sticking. But all you're doing here is this. Okay? You want to make a ball which is nice and tense. So bung it down, and then you put your fingers like that, right around it, and then pull it towards you. And you do that a few times. That's why you don't want too much flour. Okay, that feels pretty good. Now, I'm going to see how much this actually weighs. It's this bowl I've got, and I put some olive oil in, swirled it around, so that this is where it's going to go in for its first proof. Olive oil, obviously, is to stop it sticking. And how much we got? 1628. I take this lovely stuff, bring it right in the middle. So that's 2673. So that's just over a kilo. And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the top. Not very much. If I had a brush, I'd use a brush, but I haven't got a brush, so who cares? And now, put a bit of Glad wrap on it, saran wrap, whatever you call it, and set it aside somewhere warm, which is difficult to find in our place, for a couple of hours. Meanwhile, I'm going to get on with the second loaf. Ta-ta.